Hey everyone, Trina here. Today I'm going to be working in my accordion sketchbook that I made myself. Here is one of the first pieces that I did with mixed media collage. This was a piece I made a couple weeks ago. So we're going to be working on a 3-page spread here in this accordion book. And I'll leave a link above too, so you can check out how I made it. These are the Derwent ink blocks, Inktense blocks that I'm going to be working with. These are, since it's Inktober, we're going to be exclusively working in ink today. This is the Payne's Gray Inktense. These are water soluble and they dry to a permanent finish, so you don't have to worry about them re-wetting if you add over them. So I want to make just some big blocks of color in here to get started. A little different than I normally start. Normally I start with pencil marks, but I'm going to start with these big blocks today. I like these Inktense blocks. I haven't used them very often, but I've been playing around with them a little bit, and I really like how you can make these big swatches of color and sort of block off the page a little bit. Adding in just a little bit more color, make it a little darker over here. They do come in more colors. I only have the set of 12. Someday I might buy the rest of them, but I'm pretty a neutral tone kind of girl. So I think the set works great for me. Now I'm going to go in with the Inktense pencil in the same color. I want to make some marks just to sort of break up the shapes a little bit and add some energy and interest to the piece. These pencils is what I normally work with, and they're really nice for getting a variety of marks. As you can see, you can press harder. It doesn't take a lot. I am wetting it down with water a little bit to give it more fluidity and to make the lines vary just a little bit. But I really do like these Inktense pencils. I'm going to go back in a little bit with the sticks just to add some chunkier pieces without the water, and you can see that they get a little oh god, what the word I'm looking for, just a little less smooth, I guess, as they're rougher in texture, and that just adds some more interest into what we're doing here. So next I'm going to be, again, Inktober, so we're going to go in with the Sumi ink that I bought. I've put it into a smaller container, so it's a little bit more manageable than trying to use that big bottle. So I'm going to spread out a line of this Sumi black ink. If you've never worked with Sumi black ink, it's a little stinky. It smells a little bit. I'm going to go in with some water on this brush. I'm just going to let it kind of do its thing and let it spread. And the more water you add, the less black it becomes. Obviously, it will get to more of a granulation. As you can see here, it's almost like a warm gray tone to it, which I really like. Going back down here and just adding in some more water and a little bit more ink. I'm going to add more ink down here to the bottom of the page, and I really want this to get dark. And sorry for the glare there from my light, but I want to go back in and give this a little bit more depth. This is not sped up, by the way. This is just me painting in real time. I kind of wanted, people have been asking for a normal paste video, so it looks a little slow. That's why. So I'm going back in with my palette knife, and I'm just gonna go back into the ink and bring in some more line work. I really like how this effect, it gives it almost like you're looking through trees, or it just I just like the effect of the lines in the dark and the light areas to sort of give it feeling that you're moving back through the space and giving it just a little bit more energy, because we don't want flat work. We don't want work that's flat. I like using the palette knife for this technique. You could use the edge of an old credit card. You could use any piece of metal that you have. It doesn't have to be a palette knife. Now I'm going to go back in with these circle stencils. I want to add just a little bit more texture down here to the bottom. Very lightly, I'm using, again, the Sumi ink for this, and I'm watering it down with my sponge. These are just cheap makeup sponges that I bought from the Dollar Tree, so everything can be an art supply. I just want to add, because everything's so line and linear, I wanted to add in some circle shapes and some more round interest to it. Not a lot, just enough to keep your eye moving. And then I'm going to go back in with, again, over top. This is dried a little bit, so I'm going to go back in over with the Inktense blocks, and you can see how it adds just a little bit more texture to these lighter areas, just to give more visual interest and to create more flow. I really like those little circles there, how they kind of just pop out. And I'm liking the combination of the circles with that blue Inktense over the black. That's really nice. And I'm happy that the tape got covered up a little bit. I debated on whether I should leave the tape in or when I was making the sketchbook, but I decided that I was okay with it being in there because of the collage elements that I usually add. We won't be adding any collage to this today because I don't want it to get too busy. So here we're at the end. This is the left side of the piece, and you can see I really like these lines that I made up here and the texture and the circles right there. And this is the right side, and I love the washes and the boldness that's going on here. See you in the next one.